Hi, I'm Ems, aka Undeck and Wings, and in this video I'll be taking a look at the Fallout TV show miniatures. Please do like, comment and subscribe, it all helps my channel out. So I was kindly sent a promotional copy of the Fallout miniatures from Wardollies Entertainment. I'll pop the link in the description below to the website where you can get these, but it might be worth checking out your local online or in-store hobby shop, because they might have some of these. So these miniatures are compatible with a couple games from Wardollies. So there is a Fallout Wasteland Warfare skirmish game. There is a tabletop role-playing game like D&D. And there's a brand new tabletop game which is more concise, which is called Fallout Factions, which is set in the Nuka-Cola world from Fallout 4. It's really awesome to get a free review copy of these, as Fallout miniatures were the first thing I posted online for my content about 4 or 5 years ago. And I adore Fallout. I've played them since the first one, since I was like a small kid from my brother's hand-me-down PC. So I'm really excited to have these. And you get 4 miniatures with these, so you get Maximus, you get Lucy, you get the Ghoul, and you get CX404, the doggy. Let's have a look inside then to see what you get. So you get this really nice instruction manual with it. This is really high quality. And this has instructions on building the miniatures. Now these miniatures are monopose, which means they only have one position to glue them down in, so there aren't multiple parts, but I'm not too concerned about that since they are character models from the television show. And there also is a bit of fluff and a bit of information about the characters, along with a set of rules as well, which I think is really cool. You have like stats and equipment which they start off with, so it's really nice to get those. And like I said, it's a really high quality, glossy book that it comes with. There is some brief information at the back of this talking about those games, which I mentioned beforehand, so you can use this with Wasteland Warfare, you can use it with the more role-playing RPG format, and there's also like a smaller, more contained board game type of thing called Fallout Factions, which is out now. If you would like to know more about Fallout Wasteland Warfare, I do have a previous YouTube video going into detail about it, so I'll put that in the link in the description below. So let's have a look at the miniatures themselves. So you will have to assemble these. These are made in resin. If you're new to using resin miniatures, they are more delicate than hard plastic, so be careful when you're snipping these apart. And these are very small, like highly detailed miniatures. So they're like 28-32mm miniatures, but they're like Necromunda miniatures if you've ever painted those up. Very fine details, very small. So be really careful when you're snipping these off that you don't damage or break them. These models are made in a cast rather than 3D printed. They're a bit like Warhammer Finecast, but not as god-awful as those were. These are really highly detailed. If you're new to resin miniatures, you will have to use super glue on them. You can't use the plastic glue. I just use this cheap type of super glue. And if you're someone who kind of struggles with precision with this and it being too messy, it can be better to decanter it into a smaller container and then use a cocktail stick or a needle or something small like that. Just be aware of like any debris getting in here or anything coming off it. And then just apply it in small amounts to the miniature and then hold those two pieces together. Pretty much in the same way you would use plastic glue. I just wanted to share a couple other tips with you. Some of them you might already know. But I would recommend cutting the miniatures off the sprue into a container so you don't lose them, especially in the case of these ones. Like I said, these parts are very small and they only come with a set few. For anyone wondering whether you have to clean these resin miniatures, I didn't have to, the paint stayed on. With some larger resin busts and miniatures which come out of a mold, they sometimes have a releasing agent on them, but these ones don't, but it's up to you whether you want to clean them or not. Be aware you can't strip resin miniatures the same way you do plastic ones, it will melt them. The best thing to clean them with is isopropyl alcohol like with 3D prints. Obviously, please take safety precautions. So I assembled all of the miniatures and these are all ready to go now to paint up, which I'll do in a future video. They didn't take too long to put together. And there aren't really any gaps or anything like that, so these are really high quality, lots of details, and I love the bases as well. The multi-part kits don't come with special bases, but like the character models made in resin do, So these are really cool. They're wasteland themed with lots of bits and like Easter eggs on them. I just wanted to share some high quality pictures close up of the miniatures. Like I said, these are super detailed, and I have to say these are some of the best miniatures I've seen in my opinion. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to support me, you can donate or join my Patreon where I do more in-depth tutorials about painting. Otherwise, please do share this. Don't forget to subscribe as I will be painting these miniatures up in my next video. You can also support me by grabbing a Wardollies T-shirt. The link to get those will be in the description below as well. As always, thank you for watching. Remember to enjoy your hobbies for yourself, respect the people who enjoy them in their own ways, and at the end of the day, they're just Wardollies. I will see you in the next one.